It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Lance going to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now Lance again. His throw incomplete. The Niners are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground for Gainwell last week. 17 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They get Lane Johnson, the number 4 pick back in 2013. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Lance now to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's to his running back, Gainwell. So nothing doing there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. On the option, running left is Lance. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Lance looking to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gainwell gets it on the option. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 43. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room,
He's got a man, complete. 39 yards there, a big one. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. Forced out to his left. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. On the counter, Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st down, Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete here.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Gainwell is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Gainwell again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. On 2nd down, here's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the return, here's Agnew. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Hurts. And this is incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 70 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Hurts. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Lance. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Room to maneuver at the 35. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hurts will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Lance. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Moody good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles send out their punter now. as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Lance now on 1st down. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39.
Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the counter, it's Gainwell. Nifty move. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to get away. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. But once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
And Lance going to throw.
Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And he's got room. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Hurts.
Open man is Goedert, the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here's 2nd down and 3. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Lance.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance looking to throw.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Lance back to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
Buying time to his left. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And we may very well be headed to overtime. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
This one all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Again, it's Lance.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now a throw here to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.